Hi guys, welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to look at this ficus raft style planting. It was one that it started out as a big cutting. This over here was the original branch. I trunk chopped it off of another tree, rooted it, and then planted it kind of in this raft style planting. And I brought my trees in, as you can see from the beginning of this video. They're on my grow shelves inside. And this is one that I didn't get to trim back before I brought it in. So I'm just going to thin some of this top out because the grow lights aren't as intense as the sunshine when it was outside. You can see I've got some leaves that are already turning yellow, which is fine. My ficus tend to lose some of their leaves in the wintertime, but that's normal for me. Just the indoor conditions aren't quite as the same as the outdoor conditions, and they lose a few leaves, but they kind of slow down growing and all that good stuff, but they recover quite nicely once I get them back outside in the spring. So and then also we're going to look at some of this wire that I put on initially, and it looks like it may be starting to bite into the trunk a little bit, some spaces, so I may take some of that off. But I think we'll start with by just starting to prune some of the top back and kind of get it into a nice shape. You can see this right side is grown up taller. I kind of like it where it is over here, but I want to continue that on over and then have it, do the same thing on the other side. So we'll start by taking some of this right side down. And when I prune, I don't like to try to do it all in one swipe. So my first prune is kind of take some of the branches down into kind of a rough profile prune, and then go back and continue to look at it and then bring it back. Just keep refining it as I go. And I'm kind of watching where I prune it, just so I can continue the leaf growth. So find an example here. Well, like this one here, I pruned it off. You can see some of the saps coming out where I pruned it, but I've got this bottom leaf growing that way, and that's where I want the branch to continue on. I don't want it continuing up, so I actually could probably take that off like that, and then that branch will continue to grow out that way. So that's kind of what I'm looking at when I'm pruning some of these. You don't have to get that specific, but it just helps as you're developing your tree. You can kind of, because I wire a lot of my ficuses, so I can manipulate the branch. Even if I get one growing the wrong way, I can bend the branch down, and so I'm not as concerned as someone that would do more of a clip and grow method. But like I said, I wire a lot of my ficuses so I can kind of head the branches where I want them to go. But my main goal is, like I said, just kind of look at it, prune it back so the interior gets more light in the wintertime. And thinning some of these branches out will definitely help that. But you can see it was positioned where the sun was up here, and you can see all these branches have kind of grown towards the sun. So that's something that needs corrected, but I'm not sure my lights inside are strong enough to correct that, but we'll get it repositioned and everything. And we will get it corrected, but it's not going to be real quick while it's inside. Like I said, they just don't grow as fast inside. They slow down through the winter. So this is something that I normally would have done earlier, but I just didn't get to it. So I like to size control my trees before I bring them in, just get them, because my indoor shelves are kind of crowded, so I usually try to get this done before I bring them in, but things happen, things get in the way, other projects. I didn't get to it, which is fine. Now that I've got the initial profile done, I'm just going back and kind of taking a little bit more off each time now. It's not going to be perfect when I'm done, but it'll be a little better than it was. And you can see the leaves that are turning yellow are the ones that are on the interior, because the lights just can't get through all this top growth. So that's one reason why I'm doing this, just to keep, because I don't want all the interior leaves to die off and then have to try to regrow those in the spring and all that stuff. So I'll try to keep those interior ones as healthy as possible. But whatever I do lose in the wintertime, once I get it back out in the spring, they will quickly recover and grow like wildfire when I get back outside. But he's got to put up with the interior conditions for the next 4 months or so. Because now it's about the middle of November, whatever the date is. Let's see. Yeah, second week in November. So it's got until about March, late March, before it goes back outside. That's for my growing zone anyway. I'm in Texas, growing zone 8B. So it stays pretty mild during the winter, but still not mild enough to keep tropicals outside. I usually have to spend about 4.5 to 5 months inside, and then they go back out. Okay, I think that's better than it was here. I'll probably go a little bit farther on some of these. I don't want to stress it out too much. I do want to thin it out enough to get some of that light down in there. Yeah, I was pretty happy when I planted this. I just liked all the curvy trunks and everything. So, and I'm just going to continue that kind of shape, but then keep that rounded umbrella canopy on it, like a tropical tree does naturally. It still looks pretty dense over here, so just continue taking some of these back. I may wreck the profile a little bit, but that's fine. I just want to get it thinned out. Okay, I think that's better. Probably still go lower over the right side. Not bad. Okay, so next, let's look at some of this wire here. Pretty thick. I think I could probably unwind some of it. Hopefully don't have to cut it off. This would be a nice piece of wire to salvage. It's nice and thick. And when I'm unwinding this, I'm holding the branch as kind of a support and then unwinding the wire with the other hand. As you can see, because I hold onto the branch to kind of keep it anchored and then unwind. These ficus branches are pretty flexible, so but there's still a danger of snapping them if you don't support them. But they're pretty forgiving. But yeah, this is going to be a nice piece of wire to be able to reuse. There we go. Yeah, it's a nice piece. So let's see, we got a piece over here on the right side. Let's go ahead and unwind that guy. I don't think I'll put any new wire in right now. I think I will, because each time if you rewire a branch and do any sort of major bending, it does stress the tree out. Especially here in the wintertime where the trees slow down anyway. They don't really grow that fast. So I don't really, since I did some pruning on it, I don't want to stress it out any farther by manipulating the branches anymore and bending them a lot. So I think I'll just let it recover here. Just gonna take some of these dead leaves that fell off the soil. Got a weed growing back here. Get rid of that. Okay, I think that's looking good. This seems like I almost think I need to go a little bit further on the pruning, but maybe take a couple more off here on the top just because it's so darn thick. Like I said, I want to get as much light down to these interior low branches as I can. So we'll take a few more off there. Try to open that up. Yep. All right, I think that just about do it. Yep. Yeah, overall it's looking pretty good. I'll fill this in back here, but that will come with time. The branch is growing into here. Just taking a look at it here. See if there's anything else that I want to thin out. I think we'll leave it there for today. And we'll attack it next time, maybe if we need to reposition some of these branches or whatever, but I think that's going to do it for today. So let me give you a quick spin around. There's the front. There's the left side. There's the back. There's the right side. And back to the front. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.